Rock out, rock out. They don't want no gun smoke, they don't rock out. Rock out, rock out. We got titties on the pole, yeah, the top out. Rock out, rock out. We don't never see the art, they scared to pop out. Rock out, rock out. Ain't no love for these hoes, they gon' rock out. Rock out, rock out. They don't want no gun smoke, they don't rock out. Rock out, rock out. We got titties on the pole, yeah, the top out. Rock out, rock out. We don't never see the art, they scared to pop out. Rock out, rock out. Ain't no love for these hoes, they gon' rock out. Rock out, rock out. All these stones on my neck, bitch, I'm rocked out. If you try to tell my chain, we gon' rock out. Got a TD on the Glock, it's a Mach 9. Red beam freezing nigga like a stop sign. Got all them guns in your song, you ain't pop none. Got all the shooters at your show, bitch, I ain't shot none. I can get a nigga gone if I press that button. Yeah, and I keep the Drake on the sea. Case a nigga run in the beat. Keep a lot of shooters with me. They gon' rock out, put a nigga on the T. Rock out, rock out. They don't want no gun smoke, they don't rock out. Rock out, rock out. We got titties on the pole, yeah, the top out. Rock out, rock out. We don't never see the art, they scared to pop out. Rock out, rock out. Ain't no love for these hoes, they gon' rock out. We got titties on the pole, these ain't chopsticks. So when it's time to rock out, we gon' drop shit. Reach up for my chain, get your pop quick. These niggas lying in they raps, they ain't pop shit. I'm a goose to the ops, I don't duck shit. Can't put your trust in a bitch if she fuck quick. I tell a little hoe skate like some truck fit. Bring my niggas down the road, but they not innocent. Yeah, and I keep the Glock next to me. Case a nigga run up on me. Keep a lot of youngers with me. They gon' rock out, leave your people in the street. Rock out, rock out. They don't want no gun smoke, they don't rock out. Rock out, rock out. We got titties on the pole, yeah, the top out. Rock out, rock out. We don't never see the art, they scared to pop out. Rock out, rock out. Ain't no love for these hoes, they gon' rock out. Rock out, rock out. They don't want no gun smoke, they don't rock out. Rock out, rock out. We got titties on the pole, yeah, the top out. Rock out, rock out. We don't never see the art, they scared to pop out. Rock out, rock out. Ain't no love for these hoes, they gon' rock out. Rock out, rock out. All these stones on my neck, bitch, I'm rocked out. If you try to tell my chain, we gon' rock out. Got a TD on the Glock, it's a Mach 9. Red beam freezing nigga like a stop sign. Got all them guns in your song, you ain't pop none. Got all the shooters at your show, bitch, I ain't shot none. I can get a nigga gone if I press that button. Yeah, and I keep the Drake on the sea. Case a nigga run in the beat. Keep a lot of shooters with me. They gon' rock out, put a nigga on the T. Rock out, rock out. They don't want no gun smoke, they don't rock out. Rock out, rock out. We got T titties on the pole, yeah, the top out. Rock out, rock out. We don't never see the out, they scared to pop out. Rock out. Ain't no love for these hoes, they gon' rock out. We got titties on the pole, these ain't chopsticks. So when it's time to rock out, we gon' drop shit. Reach up for my chain, get your pop quick. These niggas lying in they raps, they ain't pop shit. I'm a goose to the ops, I don't duck shit. Can't put your trust in a bitch if she fuck quick. I tell a little hoe skate like some truck fit. Bring my niggas down the road, but they not in the city. Yeah. And I keep the Glock next to me.
Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Mic check. Microphone check. Let me know if y'all can hear me. We about to start this thing up. SlimJayR, Rock Out. Joy Papers Visionary Art Group. What's good? Who we got in here? Yes, sir. What's popping? What's happening? SlimJayR, Rock Out edit. What's good? Let me know if the audio coming in clear. Yeah. Let me know if the audio coming in clear. We got the SlimJayR Rock Out edit. That's the joint I was just playing just now. SlimJayR, artist out of Columbia, South Carolina. Rock Out. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna kick this thing off by showing y'all some raw footage. And I know a lot of people don't like showing their raw footage, but I don't care. And so that's what we doing, man. I'm gonna show y'all the raw footage. Yes, sir. All right. All right, I'm gonna kick this thing off by showing y'all the raw footage. Who we got in here, man? Let me know. Y'all drop them names, man. Y'all drop them names. Let me know who I got in here. SlimJayR, Rock Out, but we're gonna stay on for a little minute tonight. It's we got about 2 hours, so SlimJayR, Rock Out. So the idea behind this video was just rock out, obviously, but he had a different idea for it. So the idea he had for it was like a house party, like I forgot the name of that movie, but that movie where everybody was just like, I think it was like Generation X or House Party X or some shit with X on it. But anyway, it was a house party. Everybody getting drunk, wasted, girls everywhere, red cups, party, alcohol, just a lot of crazy stuff. And I think that would have worked too. And I actually might hit them up and let them know, let's shoot some more scenes just to switch it up a little bit. But stuff we got now can work depending on what type of edit I go with it. But yeah, we shot this on the camera we shot this on was a Sony A7 III and kit lens. And the good thing about, well, not the good thing, but the thing about this is we didn't use like no studio lighting. Like I wanted it to be as natural as possible with the lighting. So I went with all lighting that was already inside the building. We shot at V12 Studios, Columbia, South Carolina. That's where we shot that joint at. Let me turn this song off. I'll probably still hearing that song. But yeah, we shot the song. We shot the video at V12, Columbia, South Carolina. And YouTube Studio. Yeah, we shot that at Columbia, South Carolina, V12 Studios. Shout out my man for letting us use the studio actually, and we use green screen, hallway scene, and just like the front entrance and all that. But we got some good shots, and we just went creative with it. Also, props we use. You guys can see the firearms; those are props. We use flashlight. We taped some guns with flashlights, and we use those for a smoke scene. And I also got him to stand in the hallway and wave the prop around for a hallway scene with the flashlight, and I actually lit him up with the flashlight, just like a little spotlight effect. And I think that's pretty much all the props: green screen, the guns, the flashlights, the smoke. So we had just a couple props, nothing too much. Let's skip that. Yeah, a couple props, nothing too much. We also had the green screen. You guys can see the green screen shots right here. We didn't do too much with the green screen. I just wanted the green screen just for a specific effect, and I'll let y'all wait till the video drop for y'all to see what kind of effect I wanted just for that. But that is what we're going to do with the green screen. So it was just a specific shot. I use a gimbal, a motorized gimbal, for a specific shot. The motorized gimbal was used specifically for the hallway scenes, because when I went down the hallway, I just wanted the hallway, I just wanted the hall to turn slightly while I was going back and forth. So I'll show y'all all of that stuff in a minute. Yeah, so I don't know why my chat ain't. I think this from the old chat, man. Let me make my chat pop out real quick. But yeah, we pop out chat. All right, there we go. Yeah, so we shot in the hallway. I didn't want to use no gimbals, only for the specific scene. Loud and clear, appreciate it. Let me go ahead and shout y'all out some of y'all out real quick, man. Mackenzie, what's up with you? What it do? T Clark, what's up with you, bro? Dylan, what's up? Mackenzie, Joe Visual Studios, what's up with you? Yeah, man. Oh yeah, Project X, that's the joint. So we was gonna do a Project X theme for the video, but we just kind of switched it up a little bit. We still might do that just to make the video full, but right now this is what we got. And the camera, Sony A7 III. We use the kit lens, and that's really about it, man. So I'm gonna show y'all some of this green screen footage. Like I say, a lot of people don't show y'all the raw footage. Like y'all always see the finish prop. Y'all always see the finish work. Let me know if y'all can hear that audio from that too. Yeah, so that's crazy how the raw footage looks when you actually, like, just before you get it into the the editing and all that stuff. So that's how it look, man. That's exactly how it looks. So yeah, this is one of the first scenes right here, and my main, I'm gonna just break everything down for y'all, man. Let me mute this. So my main idea, and we're gonna get just in depth with the video before I actually show y'all the timeline. So just give y'all the thinking and the reasoning behind a lot of the stuff I do. Like, everybody works different. So like my main reasoning was, like, it looks crazy. It's like everything is out of horizon, like off a little bit, but my main focus was just keeping him on the green screen a lot. So that was one of the reasons why it shot like this. And we're going to see in a different clip where I shot a lot of those guys separate. But, I just wanted, like, some people around him. But my main focus on this clip was just keeping him on the green screen, even though you guys can see, like, the green screen and the white wall in the background. But that's really not the idea of the shot. So we got that shot. We got this shot right here is pretty much, we shot this one in 60 frames per second. So my bad, I shot this in 120 frames per second. So what we're going to do is slow-mo this down. So we shot this on the green screen, and again, my main focus was keeping him on the green screen. And like I said, when you see the full video, you guys going to see how I switch the background up and these green screen shots are just for a specific reason. So we're gonna keep some things in the wraps, but when you watch the full video, you guys will see what I'm talking about. But this was 120 frames per second, and I just told him to run that straight through, same setup, same people, just so I can have something to play with in post, like speed ramping and slow motion and all that on the green screen. So that's pretty much what that shot is about. So song is cool too, man. The song is dope. I'm digging this song. All right, this is some of the slow motion on the B-roll. Mute that. This is just some slow mo on the B-roll. Guys can check that out on the green screen. Now on these guys B-roll, I might actually switch it up on the green screen. So all right, these are all props, guys. Trust me, these are all props. So yeah, you know what I mean. He playing the guitar. Song's called "ROCKOUT." So yeah. And again, this is more B-roll on the green screen. Yeah. All that shot in slow motion. This scene right here is pretty much his solo scene on the green screen. This is shot in 4K. And this right here pretty much gonna be one of the main green screen scenes. So I made sure to keep him in frame on the green screen more on this one. You know what I mean? I'm gonna use this one more for his main performance scene for the green screen shot I got coming. Let's see what else we got. All right, this is some raw footage. Raw footage. You guys see even the best, have hiccups. And, as I'm shooting, I'm actually still brainstorming, so everything just looks so raw. All right, so this right here is what I was talking about when I say I'm flying Ronin SC right here. You guys can see I'm actually just walking back and forth. And I think I got it in like follow mode, but I was trying to get it right, but it kept twisting up on me, so that's why it's a little jittery. And probably like halfway into this shot, I got it working the way it should be. So, but yeah, in this hallway scene, I pretty much just wanted it to rotate slow. So that was the main focus behind this scene. Let's see, we got this scene right here. I think this one right here is more when I got it working right. Let's see. I think this right here was more. That's the scene where his phone kept ringing in the middle of the shoot too. So a lot of these shots are cut off. Yeah, that's just some B-roll we setting up. All right, this scene right here this was a good scene, but I think his phone rang in the middle of one of these scenes. Again, that's a flashlight taped to the prop, and I just had him waving it and going around him. That's a random shot. I think this is a random shot too. Let's see. All right, this is 4K right here. This is one of the performance scenes right here. A full performance scene. And if you guys know me, man, sometimes I like pointing the camera at the ground and swinging it back up on him. It just gives you a dynamic, or just something like a false transition. See right there, I did it again. Something you could just use to throw in your edits. A lot of people don't do that, especially when you're shooting handheld. Everybody want to use gimbals and all that stuff. So it's just something I like to do, man. Just give it a little switch up. And you can use the same scene multiple times. So you can use the same scene multiple times and all that stuff. So yeah, this is a hallway scene, 4K. One of the main performance scenes in the hallway. So we're going to use that one. We're actually going to use everything. So again, we're using the flashlight again, and it's just I actually got somebody assisting me on this one. And I think I cut this one because I kept seeing my shadow in that. You guys can see I kept seeing my shadow in this, so I actually got him to come up a little bit or stay in front of me. You guys can see my shadow right there. That's me right there. So I had to switch that up. But yeah, a lot of these scenes came out real good, man. And shot some. We used the heck out of this hallway, man. Just like improvising. That's him playing the guitar. You can say slow motion. I think I shot this in like 60. Flashlight. I just told the guy to like let him say a word or let him say a line, then put it on his face. Then I was actually like directing him, be like yo, put it on his face. And certain parts I'd be like, yo, put it on the firearm or like put it on his chain. Just directed him, telling him where to shine the light at for certain parts because I wanted to hit on certain parts of the video. So, yeah. Let's see what else we got. I can show y'all. Let's see. Did you ever shoot a video with that black camcorder for the Director S challenge you were going to do well as well? Oh, the black cam. No, I did not, bro. The crazy thing about that is I cannot get the battery. I cannot get the camera to charge. Like, for some reason, I did not get the battery to charge. And I actually went to Best Buy to buy a battery, and the damn battery actually costs just as much as the camera. So I was like, man, I might as well just buy another camera, man. But yeah, this is another scene. We shot this scene I think last because we wanted to use the green screen first, but we used the smoked out scene, and we just fogged it up. And on this one, I actually wanted the lights to like just cut through the light. I mean, cut through the fog. So that's the idea behind this one. We weren't really concerned with how the green screen was behind it because we won't be using green screen obviously for it, but it was just the backdrop. So it was just more of him and them waving the lights. So that's what this scene right here was all about. So it turned out how I expected it. So that's what we was doing with that scene. So this right here is another scene. This right here is just some B-roll. Yeah, there's some B-roll. Then right here is more of a scene. It's 4K. Like I said, shot in 4K. Flashlight. That's the artist SlimJayR. If y'all don't know, man, this is if y'all don't know, man, this is actually like DZ McDuffie brother. So if y'all know who DZ McDuffie is, then this is his brother SlimJayR. Yeah. So yeah, shot in 4K, fog, flashlights, props. That's really about it. Performance scene. So I'm gonna use this scene, one of the green screens, and one of the hallway scenes. That's the main scenes. Everything else is just gonna be like B-roll and effects. We ain't gonna use too many effects, but we gonna make it dope. What else? All right, this is one of my favorite scenes too. So I'm gonna use this as a lot of scene. I'm gonna use this scene right here to cut into a lot. It's like the hype up, rock out section of the video. So especially like for the hook. Yeah, it's hard. It came out hard, man. Do you still shoot with the Nikon D750? Yeah, I shoot with the Nikon D750. Like, I love that camera. I'm actually about to do some footage with it to show y'all how the Ninja 5 and the Nikon D750 look. I think the D750 actually got like a clean output, like how the A7 III got a clean output. The D750 has a clean output, and it also shoots like 422 8-bit. So I was actually surprised at that because I never actually use it as a video camera, but it got good video capabilities. It don't shoot 4K, but the 1080p is like very, very, very clean and very high quality. So I'm gonna put some footage up on the channel with using that with the Ninja 5 just to see how that come out. If you guys want to download that, you guys can use that. What's the best affordable camera for beginners? I mean, it's hard to say, man. Like, you can shoot videos nowadays with your iPhone, man. But since you say cameras, I say like a Canon Rebel series, man, like a T6i, T7i. Those are good. Those are good cameras. You feel me? I say don't focus on like high resolution cameras right now. By all means, now if you can afford it, if it's in your budget, go for it. Like future proof your setup. Like go all the way. Like Blackmagic, whatever. But if you're just starting out and you got a budget, I say like a Canon, like one of the Canon T6Is. Make sure it's an I now. T6i, T7i, Sony A6300, probably like one of my highest recommendations. It shoots. You got the S-Log profiles. You got the mic input. You got the 4K, and you got the 1080 at 120 frames per second. Like, that's one of the best cameras for the budget, for the bang for your buck, I think you could get. So I would recommend the Sony. What the fuck is that? I would recommend the Sony A6300 or one of the Canon T6Is, T7i joint. That's my recommendation. Right. This right here is another scene where he was in there. We're going to use that for B-roll. So let's go ahead and skip through some of this stuff right here. We're going to do something crazy for that right there. I'm not going to tell y'all what we're going to do for that. This scene right here is, I shot this in slow motion, and this is actually how I'm going to bring the video in. I just seen him like walking with like some flash light, like, you know, just like him being illuminated by lights. So we did that a couple times, and I'm actually going to like pick the best one out of all of this stuff. So that's my man behind him. And, you know, like I said, we use a flashlight, a regular flashlight, like $10. And, you know, it's just giving this rock star vibe. And I just position the camera to where I could like just get a silhouette of him. See right there? So we're going to be using whenever it's like exactly like that. So this is the clip I might actually use. So it's just something we're going to use and wanted the camera to hit him at a certain angle to where it could flash. And what I did was just cut it and did a different angle and got my man to go in front of him. And I just wanted the silhouette to show his hands in the bag actually like walking towards the light. So it's just, you know, just stuff I put in my head at that time on set. So it's all about being creative, man. Like you don't really need a lot. So also I just got a couple different angles while I was at it of his feet. Again, all of this is shot in like S-Log and 20 frames per second. So all of this is gonna be in slow motion. You can see my man back there. Like we did this again though, so we did this a couple times actually. You can actually see my man back there holding the flashlight. You can actually see my man right here holding the flashlight too. So you see him right there. So it's like, you know, all this is B-roll. Yeah, this is a dope shot right here. A7 III actually like focus. Damn near no light. Like you guys can see how it's focused. I got it on autofocus, and it's like focusing. Like that shows the quality of like the Sony focusing system now. It's like on point. So yeah, we did this a couple times, and what else we got? ROCKOUT. That's just playing the guitar. This is gonna be B-roll. Probably some slow mo shots. And that's just me doing my little technique where I swing the camera down, pull it back up, and swing it away up, come back down, and swing it down. So that's good for speed ramping. So it's just like a little technique I do. So I probably like speed ramp, slow it down when I get on the playing the guitar, and speed ramp off. So it's a little technique I use. Again, B-roll. This right here actually when DZ called in. Yeah, that's DZ McDuffie right there for y'all, man. He locked up right now, but yeah, so yeah. Do you use any After Effects? Yeah, I use After Effects. I use After Effects for a lot of simple things. You know, if the budget allows, then I give people After Effects video if they want it. But After Effects is very tedious, so you got to get your money worth if you playing around with After Effects. G Pesos, what's up? What's happening with you, G? Tips for someone trying to create not music video but short films. I would say investing lens. Short films, I say you want a good lens and audio. I think that's one of the main tips I could give you. Like investing in some audio equipment. Definitely a microphone. Do not shoot a short film or a trailer for a movie, anything. Like you need audio, like a good audio. Like you need good audio. Like off top. So shoot your short film. Like you can shoot a short film with a phone, and long as your audio like popping, like people wouldn't care. You feel me? So that's the main thing I see also with people like shooting these webisode series and these web series and stuff like that. Like their audio is like garbage. Like make sure your audio's straight. Like you got $1,000 camera, $2,000 camera, man. Spend another $500 and get you a Zoom and a microphone. Like you feel me? So audio. You want to like, and also man, like a lot of people like they try to take shortcuts. You know. I think like the abundance of like camera gear and like and even like what I'm doing now, just like tutorials and stuff like that, it's done to empower people, but it also done made people like a little less wanting to learn the game, like really learn the game. Like a tutorial can teach you only so much. You feel me? Like don't just shoot some shit and then go home and try to pile 1,000 effects on it and think you're going to be like able to like sustain or get those better paying clients. Like no, it actually don't work like that. You know, people want somebody that knows what they're doing, you know, knows how to control the environment, you know, knows how to fix things when they go wrong, and like just shooting a video wrong and then trying to fix it with the editor by just piling effects on it and don't really like shows your skill set. You feel me? Like a lot of people don't know better until they get better. So you might be popping now but once they like get with another director or editor or somebody else, another team that actually knows what they're doing, then they'll start to realize, oh, this nigga right here is full of shit. Like, this is how it's supposed to look, you know? So but it's all a learning experience. So you gotta like step it up and like progress, but like learn the game before you actually like just try to like take shortcuts and you know just start doing some other stuff. So that's just my 2 cents, man. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the edit, man. SlimJayR. Like I said, man, I started on this, and like me when I first get home, I like to just go ahead, take my memory card out, put it in my memory card reader and just dump the footage. Let me know if my audio coming in high. It's metering a little bit, but yeah, I like to dump my footage and just go ahead and get it on the computer, and you know that'll urge me to start editing like right away. If not start editing right away, it'll urge me to like just go ahead and like get something done. And sometimes getting started is like the hardest part of the edit. So this is like I sometimes like I got a color grade on here, but I might even change the color grade like 10 times before I convert it. So it's all about how I come through when I do the when I get to the end of it. You know, and me personally, like, all right, appreciate it. And me personally, like when I edit my videos, like I don't do no effects. So like I just go ahead and make all my cuts. And that'll help me get through the edit faster. So I just go ahead and do all my cuts. You know, I might just cut everything up 1,000 times. Then you know, I'll start going through my B-roll, and then I just start picking out my B-roll and inserting that wherever I feel like I need it. So that's just a quick tip if you want to edit your videos faster. Just like, you know, put all your performance scenes on the timeline and just start making your cuts. So take out what you don't want, keep in what you want to keep, and just go on and then you'll be finished with your edit in no time. Then you can just start pacing your slow motion effects. Then you can start adding your natural effects. Then you can start adding your visual effects, like your flashes and all that stuff. So, but yeah, this is like I said, this is how we're gonna start the video up with him coming in. Now I might change that, and still got to put the fonts and all that stuff. And like this is the hallway scene. So, like I said, on probably on all of the hallway scenes, I want it to like rotate, like so it's turning, it's zooming in, but it's turning. So this is actually like shot like that. If I show you guys the raw footage, it's actually shot like that. And I say I shot it in 120 frames per second, but I just keyframe it to emphasize the zoom, so you guys can see right here, like, shit. But you guys can see right here how I emphasize the zoom on it. Like, it's zooming in way faster and closer to him, and that's just a look I wanted to have on there. So it's actually like, and it actually like fits the mood of the beat. So that's an important thing I want to touch on real quick. Editing to music. I think your edits should fit the song. Hopefully I'm making sense. So like, you know, if you got a slow song, you don't want a fast edit. You know, you got a fast song, you don't want a slow edit. You know, I think that will help you guys like actually like get better with editing. If you actually like take the time, listen to the song, and then base your edits on that. Like, forget about effects. Like, people just want effects and all that stuff, but forget about effects. Like, I'm talking about your cuts, your continuity of your edit, your flow of your edit. Like, base that and shape that around your song. You feel me? Because like your video can look real good. Like, it be at 4K. You can shot it in like raw and like you can have the highest quality. But if you're editing and your cuts look sloppy, like you will look like an amateur. So I think you can hide a lot of things with a good edit. And I'm not talking about effects. I'm talking about an edit, like, you know, a linear edit with good cuts, good jump cuts and stuff like that. So editing to music is big. So work on that, and I guarantee you your music videos will get better like 10 times overnight. Link up with me trying to observe all these camera tips. G Peso, where you at, bro? You must be close to South Carolina. Holla at me. Do you color grade individual clips, or do you just put the color grade on the adjustment layer? Okay, so you guys can see right here, I actually have like lumetri color on an adjustment layer. So my thing is this: I color correct all my clips. So like you guys can see this clip right here. All right, so I got the adjustment layer off, right? That's what the adjustment layer off. This is what the adjustment layer on. So let's turn that off. And you see my clip right here? It's this pink means it has effects on it. So you guys can see like it has an RGB curve on it. So I actually like brighten this clip up. And what I do is I actually like try to, when I shoot, I try to make sure all my shots are leveled out. Just use your histogram, to make sure you got the same lighting and all that stuff. Just use your histogram. But since I was in like the same lighting condition, like I shot everything the same. So I really didn't have to make too much adjustments. Like I wanted it to look a certain way. So what I would be doing is pretty much just lighting all of my clips up and putting my color grade on top of the whole thing, because all the lighting was the same. So what I did was take one clip, right? If I will color correct, you got color correction and you got color grading. All right. So color correction is just bringing your clips back to what you seen, how you seen it through the camera. Color correction is color grading is just like adding a LUT on it and giving it a type of vibe. You feel me? I don't know if I'm making sense, but you got color correction and you got color grading. You know, color grading, color correction. It's two different things, but I color correct my clips, then I color grade it. On this particular video, I really don't have to color correct it. If I'm saying it right, I could just put a color grade on it and everything would match because I shot everything in the same spot, same control environment, pretty much the same lighting. No, except for the green screen shot. So, but yeah, to answer your question, I do color correct my individual clips, and I may color grade the entire video by putting it on an adjustment layer, like I'm doing right here. So hopefully that answers your question. I'm in the Met. All right, you in the Met? Okay, cool, bro. That's what's up. Yeah, I just left the Met, man. But yeah, all right, this is the intro right here, man. Damn, hour gone already, man. I love talking to y'all guys, man. All right, so this is the intro right here. And like I said, this is how we're going to open up the video. And it's like I said, this is no effect. It's just the flashlight flashing. Like some flashlights have like different modes on it too. So it's just flashing in slow motion. Now, I showed y'all all these clips. Again, that's the zoom in on it. It's another speed ramping, slow motion speed ramping. All right, now this is where I got lost in the sauce. Well, not lost in the sauce, but this is where I'm gonna bring the video in real cool. But this clip right here is just in here just to hold that spot. All right, now this is the green screen. I ain't got my key down yet, but so we're gonna go ahead and turn it off. But this is green screen. I got to fine tune my key on it, but we're gonna green screen and all that. See, this right here is what I was talking about with the with having the hallway scene rotate. So what I'm gonna be doing is clipping on y'all. So I'm gonna show y'all how to edit, how you can edit your video, your clips real fast. So what I like to do is and you can actually like cheat too. So like you can just hit M will put a marker on your clips. So you know you can just be like, if you know the beat, you see the clips right there. Now, if you do it like this, some people will catch on to your edit. Like, yeah, the brain will automatically be like, oh, it's another cut coming here, and a cut coming here, and a cut coming here, and a cut coming here. Now, this way will help you edit faster, but it's unorganic. You want your edits to be organic. All right, so what I like to do is, so if I like that part right there, and me personally, like I listen to the song for one, so I try not to edit songs that I don't like. I mean, I try not to shoot music videos for songs I don't like. For one, it makes it hard to edit, especially if you don't like the music. You know, it's unmotivating. You know, it's no shade at nobody, but it's unmotivating. You know, but the song is catchy, it's hard, so you tend to like learn the words. So like me, I would make a cut right there because it just looked like, for one, it stops when he finished a line, and it just seemed like an organic cut. And the way I shot it in the field, if that makes sense, I shot it in the field based on how I'm gonna edit it in the editor. So I made it easier for myself. So like, I actually like, I'm gonna show y'all like this. So let me move this clip out of the way. So you see right here, like once he finished a line, like I'm already like coming back on the other side because like I want this specific scene to like rotate back and forth on each line. So it's like, and I come back. So that's how I did it. So that's just a tip. All right, this right here is a. All right, so this clip right here is small because it's actually 1080p. So it's actually like a 1080p file. Yeah, see right there, 1080p file, and it's shot at 120 frames per second. That's what I shot in for slow motion. So you guys should see the codec and stuff right here. H.264.420. That's the full range. Yeah, but yeah, that's the slow motion scene. Now it's squared like this because this is actually a 4K timeline. So like the file behind here is a 1080p file too, but you guys can see like I click scale to frame line, scale to frame size. So if I click that and uncheck it, it will go back to its regular size. You feel me? So like I said, I'm editing in a 4K timeline. So all you gotta do is just scale the frame size, and it will actually like scale the clip for you. Squeeze it in that timeline and get you straight. You don't really have to do much. Like you don't have to go to effect controls and like scale it up. Just click scale the frame size. So right click on it, scale the frame size. Boom, we good. We Gucci. All right. So on this one, what I would do. What would y'all do? All right. So what I would do is I would make sure I get that little part where he says. All right, so that's what I would do. I would keep it right there, right after the rock out part, and bring in another clip. So that's a little sharp. So you don't want to edit on beat. You want to edit in between, not even edit in between the beat, man. You just want that swing. You just want that continuity. You just want that flow. You don't want it to be robotic. You don't want it to be snappy. You don't want your edits to be like hard, sharp cuts. You want that bounce. You want that flow. You just want that shit to like, just flow like water, man. So that's the main part of editing. All right, so like right here, it's a hit, but it don't actually hit on the hit. The cut don't hit on the hit. It's like right off it a little bit, so it's like it adds a little flow to it. I don't know if that making sense. So that's what I like to do. So, and again, this is just a skeleton, so this might change like 5 or 10 times after I watch it. Then I start adding my slow mo in to give it the sauce and the effects. It's like the seasoning. You feel me? So. Make sure your skeleton straight, then your slow mo, then your effects, then your color grade. You know what I mean? Do that thing in them steps. Good. I don't really like that. Only because that clip takes a little minute to actually like get into the movement. So what I would do, since I like how the sequence is, this little small sequence is, what I would do is hide that with B-roll. And it's going to change again, but I'm just showing y'all my thinking behind my editing. So like I like that sequence, so I wouldn't change that. And I like how it comes in. See how your hand hits on the beat. So like little things like that I catch up on. So what I would do is like, since that little piece take a little minute to come in, and that little piece right there, like I'll hide that little section with maybe like some B-roll. So what I would do is like I'll just find some just find some B-roll. I'm gonna find the part where he was like playing the guitar and shit. Let's see. Yeah, this part right here. What's this? All right, so this B-roll right here. So all right, so even though this part got music on it, what I would do, see that little piece right there, that's what I would keep. I'll probably put something like that in there. All right, so then I'll just bring it, then I just fine tune it. All right. So this is what we would do. Yeah, all right. So I'll scale the frame size. All right, now you see how that filled that void, but it also like kept the flow going. So if I play it back, see how that look? So, and this is a slow-mo clip, so you know you can always like slow it down to like 40 because it's 120 frames per second. You can slow this down to like 30 or 20. It still keep that slow motion. I also like just like keeping the same clip, and I might just drag another piece of that. Like, see how everything just flows. All right, already. What's up with you, boy? Yeah, flow is everything. The real VIP video. Why do you edit on a 4K timeline instead of a 1080p timeline? All right, so the reason why this video specifically is on a 4K timeline is because it's a couple things. Well, the first reason is because it's I shot the main scenes in 4K. So if I shoot the main scenes in 4K, then I'm gonna edit on a 4K timeline because I'm gonna bounce it down to you can always upscale the 4K too, but this is a true 4K video because I shot it in 4K. So I'm going to I shot all the main scenes in 4K, so I'm going to base the video around those 4K shots, and everything else, you know, I can upscale or scale the frame size to the 4K. You know, like the slow motion. The Sony A7 III don't have 4K 60. So for smooth slow motion, you know, I usually just shoot in 1080p 60 or 1080p at 120. And that's really the only reason why I'm shooting in a 4K timeline. So, and, you know, it's quality, you know, it maintains the quality. So, yeah, that's really the only reason. All right. All right. So, like, I'm cool with that. And what I like to do after that is clean up my edit. Sometimes if your computer lags, all you have to do is just clean up your edit a little bit. Like, some people might have, like, of course your video is gonna lag when you got like 1 to like 8 clips of 4K files underneath each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna eventually like lag out on you. You know what I'm saying? It's eventually gonna lag out on you. But like when I'm editing and I got everything clear out and I know I'm not gonna use those clips again, like I just clean everything underneath, then I just start bringing everything down and just dragging, just stuff like that. So, a quick tip too, man. Y'all see how it's yellow right here? So that's just Premiere Pro way of telling you that, you're using certain resources. You're using resources, but it's not enough to where you have to render that section. So, like, for instance, it will be, like, green is just standard. So, like, let's take this off. And what else? Let's just remove all effects. Remove attributes. And let's remove this. Well, it's not going to do it right now. But if it's green, then you're normal. All right? It's yellow, then you're good. Put my effect back on there. Then if it's red, you have to render to get that good playback. Let's just slap something on there that might make it red. I know this effect might make it red. So, yeah, you see how it's red? Like, this is one of my presets. So, you see how it actually, like, went ahead and turned red? That means it's require CPU usage and, more processing power to get through that little part. then your computer might slow down. Like I got a good machine, so sometimes it don't matter for me. Then you'll have to like render out. Then you have to render out your section to get that part to playback. That's just see how it's green now. That's just a tip for y'all. No, I ain't gonna use that. That is the same clip, ain't it? No. Clip is... Definitely ain't using that. Let's see, G85 or GH4. I never used the G85, bro. Black Entrepreneur 24. What's up with you? I never actually like used the G85. GH4 I'm very familiar with. That was like actually my main camera before I got the Sony A6300. I went from the GH4 to the Sony A6300 to the Sony A7S II to the Sony A7 III. Yeah. GH4 is a good camera. Like I actually still will buy a GH4 right now. If somebody had one for sale, like I would actually buy it. Like I need a overhead camera, and like the GH4 would be perfect for that. And like it's still like the thing about these cameras, man, like I want y'all to realize like they will never like alienate their pro lines, professional lines of camera. Like all of them got professional lines of camera. Like Canon got professional lines, Sony, Panasonic, like those Nikon, like those guys will never like sacrifice their professional line dealing with the consumers. You get what I'm saying? Because like we know what we doing, but we don't know what we doing. Like, so for instance, you got 4K, right? 4K is 4K on. Like if you got a GH4 that came out years ago, like that 4K is the same thing as 4K on a Sony A7S II. Like 4K is 4K. Now you might have like different picture profiles, different color sciences, like different logs and stuff like that. But like 4K is 4K. It's really no difference when you in the consumer field, because for one, you're going to change the color of it anyway. Like you're going to change the color of your footage by color grading and putting a LUT on it. Like off top, like you're going to change the color of your footage. You get what I'm saying? So like you're going to add effects to your footage. So does having like a red camera really matter to you if you're going to be like slapping a crazy color grade on it and adding like a ton of music video effects and only getting like $500 for the video? You get what I'm saying? So like GH4 is still a capable camera, especially if you know what you're doing. So I would go with the GH4 just because I had some I'm familiar with it a little bit. What are some good plugins to use? Let's see. I think I do got plugins. I don't really use them though. Let's see. I got video effects plugins. Let's see. All right, so you got the Sapphire plugins. And what else? What else would be a plugin in here? Yeah, I do got plugins. I got the Sapphire plugins, and I got, what is the Revision plugins? All right, yeah, I know I got Twixtor. I got Sapphire plugins, and there was one more, Universe. So I can recommend you these three. Sapphire, Universe, and Twixtor. Now Twixtor is super duper slow motion, like almost like bullet time when you got the Matrix where you see them guys slow down, but it's like slows time all the way down. That's what you can use Twixtor for, like super slow motion. Like put Twixtor in YouTube and you see all the crazy stuff they got going on with that. Sapphire is like it's pretty much like the plugins in Adobe Premiere Pro, but it just got like a bit more versatility and, you know, allows you to tinker with it just a bit more. So let's say lighting? I don't know. Let's go to lighting. So let's say, we're not gonna put it on that. Let's see something we could use lighting on. Let's put it on the flashlight scene. Let's find a flashlight scene. All right, let's just put it right here. All right, so where we at? Hopefully it don't crash my damn computer. Where we at? Where was it? Where was it? Light. What was it? Let's put glare. So that's just the Sapphire glare. Oh shit. Alright, so that's ugly as fuck. Y'all see what it did right there? Put those 3 little lines on there. But yeah, it got plugins like that. Like I would never use that for a video. But you can also load presets and it will just start a browser and have like loaded presets already built in that you can just go through and use. Let's cancel that. I didn't want to put up with it. That's horrible. That's ugly. Let's try another one. Lens flare. All right, so this is a cool one. You got lens flares. So I wouldn't use a lens flare on this scene because obviously like it's dark. But I might, I don't know. But yeah, you know, lens flares and adjust that brightness. So if I was to use a lens flare on this, I would like actually move it. Where we at? But yeah, if I was using this lens flare, like I would move it to where the actual light was like shining on them. Like I just wouldn't put lens flare like on a gun or like you would have to use it to make sense. Like I'll put it on his ring or his bracelet or something, or you know. But yeah, Sapphire, Universe, and Twixtor. Those are the only 3 plugins I got, and I would actually just recommend because I'm just familiar with them. When adding different presets, do you have GPU problems? Sometimes mine will work then on. Do you ever have GPU problems? Sometimes mine will work then on some effects it won't. Any tips? Yeah, like my machine is well built. Like I got a NVIDIA GTX 1080 graphics card. It's kind of old now, but it's still top of the line. I got a 32 gigabytes RAM. My Adobe Premiere Pro is like on a SSD, so like it's on a fast drive, solid state drive. And even then, like when I'm shooting in 4K, like sometimes it bogs me down, especially like if I got like a effect intensive edit going. Like this is just like a basic edit right now. It's pretty much just like a skeleton. It's just jump cuts. Like I don't have no color grade, no effects, no VFX, no color correction, no nothing on it. So like it's able to like run full resolution. So first tip I give you, bro, is like go right click on your screen and go to playback resolution. And even though my machine can run it at full, like I just usually like playback at 1/8 resolution or like 1/4, and that just 1/4 of the full resolution. And sometimes that'll help your machine run smoother than what it's supposed to do. And pause resolution, sometimes I keep this is at full, just so I could just have that mindset that this is what my video actually looks like. So when it's not moving, it's in full resolution. So when it's moving, you see it loses its quality and just pretty much just like buffers. It's almost like a proxy, but it ain't. And that's actually like my next tip. Proxies. You can edit with proxies. And that's just pretty much just you're editing on a lower version of your full resolution files. So like you can, if you got 2 hard drives, just put all your raw files, your full resolution files on like another drive, even on a USB drive, then just create proxies and just edit like those 720p proxies. And I'm pretty sure your machine can handle 720p, and just edit those 720p proxies. And when you convert it down, just convert it down with those 4K files, and you will have your full 4K resolution music video. So that little tip right there, proxies, and it's really the only tips I can give you, man. I really don't tinker with my machine, or I really don't have to. You get what I'm saying? And also, like I said, you can also just render your session down. Like when it's red, just go ahead and render everything down, and you'll have smooth playback. That'll also help you keep your machine running smooth when you piling the effects on there. When shooting with the Sony, how do you keep the same look when shooting 120 frames per second? Sony gave a darker look when shooting slow motion than shooting 24. Yeah, it does. Like if you're shooting 24, obviously the shutter speed is like, you got your shutter speed set different, and then like you have to compensate basically, like, because I think like when you're shooting 120 frames per second, the minimum you have to shoot is, I think, like what, 120th of a second. I got my camera somewhere over here. Hold up, let me look just to make sure. All right, so if you're shooting, I ain't want to tell you a lie, G. So like, let me see. All right, so this is 4K right here for me. And if I go to X120, then, the minimum, yeah, okay. So when you're shooting 4K, you can obviously shoot in like 24 frames per second. And you can also adjust your your f-stop and your shutter. But your shutter on 120, your shutter is always going to be double, so it would be like I think the lowest on the A7 III. I think you got an A7 III too, right, bro? But you will go to, I think the lowest you could get is like 1/125th, if I ain't mistaken. And that is why it's darker, because you have to compensate. You have to compensate for your shutter speed. So you can either do that one or two ways, like have a lower f-stop on your lens. Like my kit lens only go to f3.5. So for me, when it darkens, I have to either do one or two things. Like I have to use a light, I have to switch the scene up, or I have to boost up my ISO. So really the only thing I can tell you, man, is just like introduce more light in your scene with like a external light or something, or boost your ISO up. And that will brighten up your scene and give you the light you need. So all right. All right, you can see my computer slowing down right here. All right, so like if I take all of these out, I wonder if it would slow down on the same part. Let's see. Who's this? All right, almost time for me to get up out here. Damn. Really? Is it? Let me see. Can't be. But yeah, man. Yep. Yes, it is. All right, people. We got about 20 more minutes, man. If you guys Got any more questions, man? Just go ahead and hit me with them. Let's go ahead and scale up the frame size. Any of y'all ever shot with a green screen? All right, if you're new to the channel, this is what I want y'all to do, man. Add me on Instagram. All right, new to the channel, add me on Instagram. Also, if you guys don't know, I got some digital products for y'all, man. I got some digital products. Also got some merch coming. You know, I'm opening up a selfie store. You guys can go in there and raid the store. You know, get what you want. I'm gonna be having discount codes for y'all and all that stuff, man. It's gonna be some stuff that a lot of other people ain't offering. You know, I like to be, just have a little bit more uniqueness with the products. Like I said, the Visionary Art Group Merc. We got the big logo tees. We got the Visionary tees, and we got the BA Visionary tees, and we also got the dad hats. You know, the again, the big logo and the BA Visionary and the Visionary dad hats. Got all that stuff coming soon. All that stuff coming to the store. I got my YouTube Next Up experience dropping. I know I said I was dropping it this week, but stuff came up, so we're gonna drop that this week. Not this week, but this week coming like Monday through Saturday. So we dropping that this week. We're gonna wrap that up, and that's really about it, man. I want to do these live streams more, but I just want, I think I'm gonna have to like just announce it ahead of time, just so we can have, a little bit of more people. Also, man, I want to what y'all think about me doing like one-on-ones, like giving y'all the Skype number and allowing y'all to like call in during the live stream and just talking about yourself, talking about where you're from, how you got introduced to videos or photography or whatever creative you're doing. I want the live streams to not just be about me. I want it to be about y'all. So I'm thinking about like giving y'all the Skype name, and so you guys could call in and just like just kick it, man. We could just kick it, live stream, call after caller after caller, do what we do, and just just kick it and share the love and share the motivation with each other. So that's another idea I'm thinking about doing. We got the podcast going. If you guys don't know, the Hustle and Motivate podcast, we got that going. I did a couple live streams on Facebook just to test it out, and I actually see it's a service and it's something that the community wants. It's not just local, but just like in a creative community, because I will be traveling with it. So we're gonna get that popping off real soon. I just bought one of the mics. This is one of the mics I'm on right now. This is the legendary Shure mic. This is one of the mics right now, so I gotta get another one and really just get everything situated and get the ball rolling on that. Other than that, man, I think that's about it. So we're gonna take a couple more questions. Appreciate all the help, man. Take it easy with me tuning in more often. Most definitely, brother. I'm also be more structured, and I'm have like live stream time, so you guys can see like this is just. I know it was random since I haven't been on in a minute, but I thought I'd just jump on and I had a little free minute. So the live streams will be more structured. I'm also starting a Patreon, and you will get like more raw behind the scenes, like hands-on interaction and like just tips, presets. Like I'm gonna have like all my presets in here, and like whoever's on my Patreon and all that stuff, like you will be getting that stuff free. Like every time I create one, it will be on there. So it'd probably be a good idea just to like subscribe to that. And also we got more like in-depth behind the scenes and all that stuff coming soon too. So man, really appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Yeah, I think that would be dope for the community, man. Just a more direct approach and hands-on approach to, just interacting with the community as a whole instead of just just listening to me talk. I don't know if y'all like that shit or not. So, do you edit entire video before walking away from it? I actually edit in phases. So like right now, like first thing I do, like if when I get finished with a music video, like the absolutely first thing I do as soon as I get home, like after I grab something to drink or like just kick my shoes off, I sit down to the computer, take my memory card out, and I dump my footage. Now, I do that for a reason because, for one, I don't want to just leave it on my camera because my camera could get stolen, or it could get broken. Anything can happen, and especially like if you're getting paid $600, $700, $800 for a music video, and something happened to the footage, then you got a bad rep, and then you got to get the money back. So first thing I suggest you guys do is just copy the footage off the memory card. So first thing I do, get home, I dump the footage, create a folder, dump the footage, and take the memory card out my reader, right? Then I go back on my computer and make sure all the files are on there before I hit delete on the camera. So that's the first thing I do. Second thing I do is import all of my footage. I go ahead and create a session, import all of my footage in that session, and save it. Those are like the two of the hardest things. Well, not the hardest, but once you come from a video shoot, you don't want to do nothing. You just want to sit your camera down, and just go do something else. But I find out like just having it ready when you start editing, like you'll finish faster instead of just like just dumping, sitting your camera bag down when you come in the house. Then when it's time for you to edit, you have to get your card, put it in the memory, wait till it transfer, then import the footage, then start the edit. But when you do all that, you just be ready to go like that. So first thing I do is that. The second thing I do is session, get that started, import the footage. Third thing I do is I pile all my clips all my main footage and my B-roll. I put it all on the timeline, get all that synchronized up, start my cuts. Then I just do my slow motion scenes, then I do my effects, then I do my color correction and color grade. And I tend to do like my fonts and the intros and all that stuff. I tend to do that last, like any wording or like shit like that. I tend to do all that stuff last. So that's just my little routine. Cause I find it take more time to drag everything in one by one. Drag what in, bro? You talking about the clips? Yeah, I just dump all my shit in. Like I just file, import everything in like that. If that's what you're talking about, but yeah. All right, so if any of y'all ever work with green screen, I think the first thing with green screen is lighting. Make sure your subject is well lit. Shadows in the green screen can destroy the green screen, man. So that's one of the things I learned early on. So you want to key it. And what I like to do is, let's just reverse that. So if you go into key it and you go into shadows, you see how it look. Then you just go to your matte and your matte clean up, choke, spill compression. And the thing is, don't set yourself up for failure when you shooting the green screen, man. Like, make sure you got your lighting and all that stuff really good, man. Really good. So, like, on this part right here, like, I had there was smoking and all that stuff, so it kind of like fogged up the green screen, but that's just a pointer, man. I just wanted to give y'all that while I had the green screen up. Just make sure you try to eliminate as much shadows as you can and shoot in a higher shutter speed when you do green screen. Like, that will keep your person sharp and that will help eliminate motion blur and you will get a better green screen. But yeah, this is mine. You can see it's still washed out, but like I said, I will color correct it. Sometimes I just use like a basic RGB curve sometimes, just to color correct my footage. And I start with a simple S curve sometimes. I might start with a simple S curve sometimes. Like I said, that is actually not full resolution. See, it looks real good when you play it back. So yeah, I would be freaking that. But yeah, man, let's put this back on 1/4. And also, see the little pieces of the wall I was talking about earlier in the footage. So like I said, I just really wanted him in there. So to fix that, all you got to do is just zoom in a little bit. We got it on that side too. Rock out. Yeah, this is my man SlimJayR, man. Man, you do some amazing things with the green screen, man. It's just fun to work with. I'm not gonna hold y'all up because I got stuff to do. But yeah, it's hopefully, man, y'all been digging this live stream, man. We got more coming soon. It's Joey Papers Visionary Group, All Me Production. What's up, man? Appreciate you too, bro. T Clark, what's up, man? What's up, man? You been in the chat, man? Don't tell me I missed you, G. What's up, man? No, I'm tripping, man. Yeah, don't mind me, man. Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all for checking in, man. It's Joey Papers Visionary Group, Future Proof America, one YouTube video at a time. Y'all know the motto, right? I know y'all know the motto, man. The world needs visionaries. All right? Be a visionary. Peace. Y'all be safe, man. Until next time. Appreciate you.